going to talk about what all activities that you can do with your kids. Okay, so when you have a kid who is very 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 small, okay, the infant phase, so that starts from somewhere around once the child is born to the age of 4 5 6. Okay, so the child is bed bound, the child cannot move, they start turning roundabout at the age of 4.5 5. Okay, so what activities can you do for your child? What are the things that you can do for your child? Okay, so one of the activities that you are going to do is tummy time. You can get the images, that is the black and white pictures, big black and white pictures, and put it in front of the child so that the child gets curious about them, can see. Another thing is, when the child is young, his vision is not that developed. Okay, so the child cannot see a lot of things. You might feel that the child is seeing, but he doesn't develop a lot of colors, a lot of vision is not developed. Okay, so please do not overwhelm the child with a lot of bright colors and bright colored flashes around him, getting very bright toys for the child. The child doesn't care about it. He does get attracted to the sound, but the bright color is not good for the child. Okay, another thing that you can use is something like this, the rattles. For the rattles, please be careful that the rattle is safe for child to put in mouth. So do a little research. All the parents out there, the mothers are the ones usually who are researching for everything. So to all the parents, please research, okay, what are the things that are safe for your child to put in mouth. The rattles also should be made of something that is safe for the child. Okay, it's not harmful. Otherwise, you cannot give it in the hand of child. Be careful about it. Because if the child is having the rattles or anything in his mouth, in his hand, he is going to put it in his mouth. Okay, till the teething phase is not completely over, the child is going to keep putting it in mouth. So please don't buy things that are not safe for the child to put inside the mouth. Simple rule. Okay, so you can get rattles like this and contrast images, pictures for the child to see. Okay, once your child starts crawling or shows the sign of movement, so to encourage your child, you can use something like this. This is the ball. You can just throw the ball and let the child follow the ball or try to catch the ball. So this will help in developing the motor functions and coordination for the child to start to crawl, start to move. It will also motivate the child for tummy time. It will also motivate the child to play. Okay, so you can have something like that. Okay, so now the child is mobile and now you want to teach the child something. So what are the things that you can play with your child, or what are the activities that you can do? Okay, so any episode cannot be completely over until unless I tell you what extra did I do. Okay, you don't have to do it. It is something extra, absolutely extra that I did. Because I'm an extra person, type A person, I do extra stuff. So what I did for my son is I got Curious Cup subscriptions. One of it was gifted by my parents. Couple of them I bought it on my own. So it's a very good subscription. If you want to buy it, you should. So it had a lot of activities in it, a lot of toys that my son could use. So one of it was this permeance box. So what happens is, these are the balls and this is the hole. So he had a hammer. Obviously my son has thrown the hammer somewhere. So what happens is, he would push it and there comes the ball. Okay, this is how push it and there comes the ball. So what happens is, the child is understanding cause and effect. So if you push it, the ball is coming out. This is cause and then the effect. Another thing that the child is learning by this is when he is hitting it with the hammer. So you are essentially developing hand-eye coordination. Okay, so your eye. Okay. So what you learn is hand-eye coordination. Another thing with which you learn permeance. This is permeance box. Okay, so another thing with which you can teach the child is a toy like this. Okay, again the same concept. You push the ball and the ball goes. So the child learns, initially the child will follow, and then it's very enjoyable activity actually. It's very fun because these rattle, and again you learn cause and effect. Okay, you are learning cause and effect. So if you put a ball here and then it moves. So this is what the child is learning, coordination he is learning, and my son was very attracted to these rattling balls. Okay, so this you can actually see this is pre-love. We have all the toys that we have been thoroughly played with. Okay, it's not like my son has sometimes played with them. He has played with them to the extent that he can play. Okay, so that is the hand-eye coordination. Then another activity. Okay, so a lot of parents and with me there is this issue that we don't have time to play with the kid. Okay, what used to happen with me is I used to be working, and at night we used to come back, and he used to travel with me. So it was an added advantage for him. He was able to socialize a lot, so he developed his vocabulary and speech very well. So what I used to do is whenever I got time, I would just show him the pieces. Okay, so again, now what you can teach with it is, it's really amazing. So now I can teach shapes. Okay, so what I used to do is, say maybe for 1 minute or 2 minutes, I will sit with him. I will say the names of the shapes, and I'll just show him that we can put these things, find and put it in. So maybe 1 or 2 times I helped him, and then after that what I would do is I would just give it to him, and I would do my work, whatever I needed to do, whatever work I needed to finish up, and he would just sit down and play with it. Okay, so in between I would, in between of my work I would just ask him, okay, what shape is this, what color is this, and he would just play. One thing you have to remember with small children is they don't have a lot of patience to sit and play, and they don't have a concentration. Okay, they cannot concentrate for an extended period of time on anything. So try to give activities to them one at a time, so that they don't get overwhelmed or exhausted with playing the activities, and then you have to think about something else. Okay, and keep in mind that you need to have at least 2 to 3 activities for the child before he needs to run around or something, and try to give stuff that is easy for the child to play and safe. Okay, this is not going to hurt him, but with the one that I had shown you before, so with that I cannot give it to him until I was myself sitting. Okay, this is solid wood, so this can hurt him, so I never gave him when I was not monitoring him. But with this I used to just throw it out, and he used to play with it on his own. At times he would just throw it anywhere, that's all okay. As long as he is enjoying himself, it is okay, because kids learn when they play, so they need to play a lot. Okay, so this is one of the activities that a child can do. Again, This rainbow, I used to just show it to him, and he used to play mostly by turning it around. That's okay. I used to let him play. And obviously, we used to talk about colors, we used to talk about rainbow, how rainbow is formed, what is water, and there's a lot of things that we can talk about. So, but essentially, this was also his, you know, something he used to play on his own. And as you can see, this is pre-loved. We have played and broken things up a lot. So, he used to play with it till the time he doesn't get bored and move on to new activity. Another thing that I made sure is I told him that he will not get another activity until he has, put on his stuff up. So he had an area where he used to keep his stuff and then take out another thing that, he found interesting. So I used to keep the toys that are safe for him to play on his own. The toys that I don't have to monitor all the time. Okay, so that way kept there. So this is also, self play. His own. I don't need to monitor him when he was playing with this. So that also gave him a sense of independence, and he didn't need his mom all the time, all the seconds, because there was stuff to play with, and obviously colorful things are attractive to the young minds. Another thing that we can do or the child can do is something like this. Okay, so it had alphabets. So I used to just say A for apple, B for boy, C for cat, and things like that. I just do it and put it, and then let him play with it. So we have mostly lost things. So this is again very interesting. It is a tower. So you have something like this in Montessori, but it is of wood and things like that. So this tower also helps the child in hand-eye coordination. So now he has to make sure that he is coordinating with the other block and it has to go up. And also another thing the child learns is sorting. So this is big, this is small. So if he puts a big one above the smaller one, so it's going to go down, the tower is not going to fall. So we were able to teach him about big and small. We were able to teach him about sorting, big and small. Then you can teach him about bigger and smaller and stuff like that. So this is very interesting, and until very recently we were playing with this. Obviously the type of play changes. So when he was young, he was just building the blocks, he was using it for coordination. But once he was slightly older, okay, so then we were doing sorting. So he needed to arrange them in ascending order, descending order. So this was something that we were doing. Okay, so this is there. What else can we do? Again, Curious Cup came. So this is just magnetic box. This is magnetic. So this is two covers. Where did I keep? Just give me a second, please. Okay, I don't know where I kept it. I'll show you once I get it. Okay, so what happens is this is there, and now this is for pincer grab. So when the child is, you just give it, you just show it him once, and now he can, easily do it. So just a piggy bank. So you don't need to go and buy this, from Curious Cup. You can just buy a small, piggy bank. Give your child some coins to put in it. For me, this was easier because I can always open it back and give it to my son, and I can go on with my activity. Okay, so whatever work I was doing, I could continue my work and he would be entertained. So this helps in developing the pincer grasp and hand-eye coordination, because now he has to focus into putting it inside the space. So this is it. Then okay, so with this we also had another one. Like I said, it has another cover. So on that cover, what we used to do is, I used to give him these sticks. Okay, so again, inside those holes you would just put the sticks. I don't know where did I keep it. I did get it to show you guys, but I have kept it somewhere that I cannot at present find it. Okay, this is very bad for me. Okay, so these were the sticks. Again, the same concept, pincer grasp, and you just put it in. Okay, so this is from the Curious Cup. I've said Curious Cup so many times. I think Curious Cup now needs to, do a sponsorship to me. Anyways, I hope Curious Cup you are listening. Okay, so another thing that we can do with the children is puzzles. Okay, so when they are young, you can do this, fidget spinner thing to keep them entertained for younger ones, obviously. So again, you can see these have been loved a lot. We have used it a lot. So these were my son's favorite for from about maybe when he was 3.5, 4 month old to about 1.5 year old. So they had helped me a lot. So these were very interesting place for him. He used to love spinning and he used to be very happy with them. So you can use something like this also. Let your child push it. What happens again? Hand-eye coordination, and he is loving it. He is playing. To the child, it is a play. Okay. Another thing that you can do is blocks. You can just give blocks to the child. If the child is younger, you can have some chunky blocks like this or smaller blocks like this, and let the child, just figure out what to do with them. Okay, you can just once or twice just show them how to put it, and then let them do whatever they want. So this also helps the child to again develop creativity, to express himself, and also for the child to develop hand-eye coordination. And you can use this for sorting also. So what I used to ask him to do is, I would create groups and he was asked to sort them out into smaller ones, bigger ones, smaller pieces and all that stuff. So this was also one of the activity that you can do. And the beauty of this is, once you have told your child, once your child gets a hang of it, you don't have to sit with the child. They can work on it on their own. Okay, so you can just create a safe area, maybe say a place to sit, and then give them these blocks, and the child can play with it again. So like I was saying, we can also do something like puzzles. Okay, so these are again this is from Curious Cup. So it has this insects. So the child is learning the insect and also learning how to put these puzzles in place. So hand-eye coordination. Okay, the brain has to figure out matching activity, because the child needs to now match the butterfly with the butterfly. So it is doing multiple activities in one go. So we are doing a matching activity, we are doing hand-eye coordination, we are doing recognition, so memory is working. We also can talk about these insects. So we can talk about ants, we can talk about butterflies, so this is another very good way to introduce to your child about the insects and everything. So thank you, Curious Cup. Okay. This you can get from Amazon. This is again for the shapes. Like you can see, it is very much loved. So in this, different shapes can be put on. Okay, so you can teach the child the shapes, the colors, like you can see green, pink. So, and also again this is matching activity, recognition, memory. So this works on multiple levels, and the beauty of it is that you can just give to your child to play with it. You don't really have to, stay there and look into it. Okay, so this is another thing. uh, Puzzles. There are other puzzles, for shapes, something smaller puzzles. You can start with, say, a puzzle like this. So a puzzle like this has, you know, same shape in different. I'm so sorry. Same shape in different sizes. So if it is same shape in different sizes, so what you can do is you can teach them about ascending order. I'm so sorry, descending order and stuff like that. Okay. So what my son would do is he would just get it and put on it. Okay. So something like this. So it also helps the child to understand. Okay. So what he used to initially do is he used to put it in the wrong and then see. So he is also learning to correct the mistake. This is a self-correcting puzzle. Okay. So if he is putting it wrong, you can see it. You can correct it. So this is a very good, way to teach your child. Like, see, now it's not going in. So you can teach your child small, big, bigger, things like that, the shape, circle, and then you can also teach the child how to, work on the issue at hand. Okay, this is something also very important for the child to learn, a new way to work. Okay, so same way for this, different shapes, you just put on the shapes. Okay, and that's it. So we are talking about square, circle. Okay, we are talking about the triangle. So different shapes, different sizes we can talk about in these puzzles. Okay, again, courtesy, curious cup. Then another activity that we used to do is I used to just give him this bag full of vegetables, and if he had pans and everything with him, and he used to pretend play. So pretend play for the kids is very important because that helps them to, get used to the normal activities, normal lifestyle that we as an adult perform. So they just look what we do and they just copy. So I used to let him play with the vegetables. So what it does is it helps us to teach the child about vegetables. So this is green, this is, brinjal, so this is aubergine. So these are different things you can teach the child. You can teach colors, you can teach, different values or benefits of these vegetables. You can teach, you can just give it to your child and the child can play. So this is also one of the activity that you can do with your child. Again, another thing that we used to do is talk about healthy food and unhealthy food. So this is healthy food, this is unhealthy food, and we used to talk like that. So this also helps in instilling good habits and good eating habits in the child. Okay, because the child knows that this is not healthy for him, so he is not going to consume it a lot. Okay, he is going to eat it. Uh, uh, I don't think we are fortunate enough to shield our children from everything that is unhealthy. The child is bound to find everything that is unhealthy. Guide the child. We can educate them. That is what we can do. So I have the whole bag full of it. So we can do things like that. We used to do with it. Then okay. So one more thing that we have with these fruits and vegetables is, so they are cutting vegetables. Okay, fruits and vegetables. So he has a knife. He had a knife and he would cut it and it would open. Again, this is a pretend play and also hand-eye coordination. So we used to keep it properly and then you have to saw it out and then you have to open it up. So again, hand-eye coordination, and you don't have to stay with your child. The child can perform on his own. You don't have to be there. Okay. What else can we do? We can do something like this. So this is sorting. So this is telling the child about small, big, ascending order, descending order, difference between small and large. So the child learns different sorting activities, and again colors. Then we also used to do activities like this. So this is a Montessori activity, and you can get this, I think, from Amazon, pretty cheap. It's not very costly, I think. So this is again to teach the child small, big, large, and hand-eye coordination and sorting. Okay, so the child has to sort and find small, medium, large, and different shapes. So this helps the child, the cylinders, and again he has to grab it. So this is a pincer grab. So what I used to do is I used to talk to him about the different shapes and sizes that we have, cylindrical, circular, and stuff. And then this is large, this is thin, this is thick, things like that. So you can actually show the difference between the two toys, and then again pincer grab and sorting. So now he has to figure out where they need to go, and that's it. So this is one of the activities that can be done for the child. And then another similar activity is this. So you have to figure out again the cylinder method. The child needs to figure out where to keep it, small, big, large. So he has to find it and grab it and put on. So again, it was very helpful activity to teach the child how to pick it up and put it back in. But the particles are small. So unless your child has stopped teething, he is not putting everything in his mouth, please monitor it. Stay there with your child. Okay, don't leave these activities with the child. Any activity that has small parts, please stay with the child. Another thing that you can do with the child that you don't have to stay there with is this. Okay, so this ring, again ascending order, descending order, you are teaching the child. Sorting, the child is learning. Colors, the child is learning. Okay, and this is one of the activity because this is very large, so the child can play on its own. You don't have to stay there with the child. You don't have to play with the child. Now the child is slightly older, and you can also give a ball like this. So we can again use balls to teach them to transfer. You can use spoons. You can use any other toy, and you can transfer. You can teach about colors and coordination. This helps the child to learn about coordination. I think these are some of the activities that I have covered with you. Another thing that we can do is you can just put alphabets in front of the child and let him play. You can put a bowl full of it. You can use animals. Okay, so I will show you how I used to just. Okay, so I will show. So this is how I used to use animals. I can fill this up with water and everything, and this is how you can put the activity, the animals and everything there, and the child can play on his own. Pretend plays are very interesting for the child, so that can be done. I think we have talked enough about activities today. If you want to talk about anything, or you want to know or learn about anything, please like, share, comment, and write whatever your questions are, and please share. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.